Hello. Now, to kick off my podcast, let's find out what makes me tick as a journalist. What impressed me the most? To do that, we look at a book entitled Four Theories of the Press. It's a 1956 publication by Fred S. Siebert, Theodore Peterson, and Wilbur Schramm. The book offers a valuable lens through which to understand the diverse ways media systems operate and are justified across the globe. I studied the book in depth in 1977 and 1978 whilst I was studying at the University of Ghana. It was a favorite also for my mentor and my professor then, the late Professor Paul Ansel. Now, why do I like this book so much? It's very formative in the approach to the media, and current and future planners on media policy or regulation or whatever they want to do with freedom of the press ought to look at this. I've ordered the book again, and I hope to get an old copy. Let's delve into a summary of each theory because it's entitled Four Theories of the Press. The first theory is the authoritarian theory. Its core idea is the state or a ruling elite that holds ultimate power and authority over all forms of communication. In that theory, the press exists to serve and support the government's policies and agenda. And truth is often defined by those in power, that is, under the authoritarian theory. The key characteristics here are media is subordinate to the state. Censorship and control of content are common to prevent dissent and maintain social order as defined by the authorities. Criticism of the government is not tolerated and can be punished. Media ownership is often private but operates under strict government control and licensing. The focus is on the state's needs rather than individual rights or public opinion. Historical context, it's rooted in monarchical systems and dictatorships where the ruler's word was law. That is the authoritarian theory of the press. You go to the second theory, which is the libertarian theory, and its core idea. This theory champions the freedom of the individual and advocates for a press free from government control or censorship. It assumes that humans are rational beings capable of discerning truth from falsehood in an open marketplace of ideas. And the key characteristics are emphasis on freedom of speech and expression, minimal government intervention in media operations. The press is seen as a watchdog against the government, holding power accountable. Open exchange of ideas, even those that are critical or dissenting. This is encouraged under the libertarian theory of the press. Furthermore, under this theory, truth is believed to emerge from the competition of diverse viewpoints. Private ownership of media is favored. Historical context, that's where we should look at, is developed during the Enlightenment and the rise of democratic ideals. It was influenced by thinkers like John Milton, John Locke, and John Stuart Mill. Libertarian theory, that is. And we come to the third theory of the media, which is social responsibility theory. Its core idea, the theory evolved as a response to the perceived irresponsibility and potential for abuse of the libertarian press. It argues that while the press should be free, it also has a social obligation to serve the public good. And the key characteristics are: media has a responsibility to provide accurate, fair, and balanced information. Emphasis on social ethics, professional standards, and self-regulation within the media industry. The press should strive to represent diverse viewpoints and promote social cohesion. It should act as a forum for the exchange of ideas and hold powerful institutions accountable. This is the social responsibility theory of the press. What is its historical context? It was developed in the 20th century, particularly after World War II, with concerns about media concentration and potential for manipulation. The Hutchins Commission in the United States supposedly played a significant role in articulating this theory, that is, the social responsibility theory of the media, which might be very popular with some. And the fourth theory, very interestingly, as you'll get from the title of the theory, it comes from yonder days. It's called the Soviet Communist theory of the press, and its core idea. The theory posits that the media should serve the interests of the working class and be owned and controlled by the state or the Communist Party. Its primary goal is to promote the ideology and policies of the Communist Party and contribute to the creation of a socialist society. And its key characteristics. Media is an instrument of the state and the ruling party. Its purpose, media that is to educate, inform, and mobilize the public in support of communist goals. Criticism of the party or the socialist system is not allowed. Emphasis on the collective good over individual freedoms in the context of media. That is where the emphasis is. The emphasis is on the collective good over individual freedoms. Media content often focuses on promoting the achievements of the socialist state and criticizing capitalist systems. Now, this is drawn from this theory. What is its historical context? Remember, we're discussing the Soviet Communist theory, and we're saying what is its historical context, and I think we can all speak very fluently, articulately on that. It was developed in the Soviet Union after the 1917 revolution and influenced media systems in other communist states. Why is this book so important to me? It's been decades, from 1977 to 1978. It was actually both years inclusive, as 2 years, during which I read and reread this book. These 4 theories provide a framework for understanding the relationship between the press, the government, and society. While some theories might seem more prevalent in certain regions or political systems, elements of each can often be observed in various media landscapes around the world. Now, anyone who seeks to do anything to improve, to enhance, to suppress, to tweak, anything to do with media practice, this insightful book that I'm recalling from my studies in the 70s is worth having a look at. Having said that, now you have to understand why I'm so passionate about my profession. Somewhere in the 4 theories of the press, somewhere in there, or stolen excerpts of each theory are formative in my approach to the media. And when it comes to the media, I say, freedom of expression is not, should not be a token for compromise. 4 theories of the press, remember the title of the book, authored by Fred S. Siebert, Theodore Peterson, and Wilbur Schramm. And that's my favorite book. Thank you very much. Welcome to my podcast. This is my takeoff. See ya.